अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
नमः पागं सव्याय च रजस्याय च। Pagam Savyaya cha. Rajasya is a particle that's visible, the dust particle that you can see, the dust particle that you can wipe off your car's windshield, or the dust particles that's on your windows, on your computers. These are all dust particles. So that is dust particle. But what else is also in the particles, the unseen particles. The Rudra Rishis are now talking about what we call in quantum physics the virtual particle. Pam Suhu, quantum level objects. Pam Suhu means the very subtle presence which is not obvious to the naked eye. You cannot see it. Your cameras even cannot take pictures of those. But then science experiments like the bubble chamber and the hadron collider can predict these particles, the subtle particles, the finer particles, the invisible particles, the virtual particles. So all these is Lord Shiva alone. And then the same thought is in one of the Tamil hymns by the Saint Avvayar. Lady Saint Avvayar was an 80-90-year-old lady. Even she talks about quantum physics. You'll be amazed. Anuvirkkanuvai apalukkappalai kanumutru nindra karumbulle kaatti. When she sings the Vinayaka Rahaval. Vinayaka Rahaval is a beautiful hymn on Lord Ganesha. Ganesha was her favorite deity, Avaya's favorite deity, so she sang a lot of hymns on him. And Chidat Kalava Sandamare Povum Pada Chilambum Palai Saibada Punnareyanam Pundigiladayim Annamaringil Valandalaharipa. Like that it goes on. And then in there you will see the signs of Kundalini Yoga, you will see the signs of quantum physics, you will see pretty much everything in that Vinayaka Raghava. So one of the verses she says, Anuvirkkanuvai appalukappalai. So you were the atom of the atom. When she says atom of the atom, no, she's talking about the nucleus, where in the nucleus where you have the protons and the neutrons, and finer particles, even beyond that particle is what you call the quantum field. So that's what she says, Anuvirkkanuvai appalukappalai, beyond the beyond, which means just nothing but the field, quantum field. So here you have a picture of a bubble chamber collision here. And this was in Colorado. They had a linear accelerator to study the collision in the 70s. And there was a great physicist. His name was Fritjof Capra, an Austrian physicist. He wrote this book in 1975 called The Tao of Physics. And he captured all this phenomenon and wrote a book. And he said, this is not for Nataraja. The Hindus knew about this a long time ago. And this is a phenomenon of non-Nataraja alone. Pagam Sabhyacha Rajasyacha. He is in the particle visible and in the virtual particle that are invisible. The quantum field is the quantum field. And this is Fritjof Capra. He is known by his book, The Tao of Physics. He wrote this book in 1975. And since then, we have made a lot of progress. Since very first time in 1975, he associated this phenomenon with Lord Nataraja. And then the end result is what you would see in a couple of slides, where he has come in this 40 years. where this, starting with Fritjof Capra predicting or associating this phenomenon of quantum level behavior of fine particles with the Lord Nataraja and the creation that we talk about in Hinduism. And Monica Vasagar's Andappa discusses how Lord Shiva created all this cosmos. First time Fritjof Capra associated with this quantum phenomena with Lord Nataraja, and this is brought to a beautiful culmination today in CERN, Central European Nuclear Research Center in Switzerland, underground. That's the biggest science lab in the entire world, biggest scientific machines in the world. We will see this. So brought to a beautiful culmination in 40 years. So this is where it all started. So let me read it out to you. This is Fritjof Capra's own writing from that book, Tao of Physics. If anybody is interested, I have a PDF copy that I can share with you. Send me an email. The universe is engaged in a cosmic dance, uninterrupted. It is a system composed of indivisible elements. So finally, the ultimate entity of the universe is something that is indivisible. So it is a system composed of indivisible elements, constantly in motion, animated by a continuous process of interaction. The observer is an integral part of it. We are not separate from it. And then if you want more information on this observer being an integral part of everything, you can Google, or I can send you the links, I can email me, of what is called this double slit experiment, where the electron exactly knows what you're thinking and behaves according to how you want it to behave. That's an amazing experiment. So science physicists are at a loss to explain this behavior, how an electron can read your mind and knows what you're doing. You cannot trick an electron. It exactly knows what you're thinking. So these are called the double slit experiments. Anybody interested, send me an email. I'll send all those links. So this is what Fritjof Capra was talking about in 75. Constantly in motion, animated by a continuous process of interaction. The observer is an integral part of it. This system reflects reality. What kind of reality? Located beyond the world of ordinary sensory perception. So this reality is located beyond our sensory perception. And what it involves wider dimensions and transcends the ordinary language and logic resonante. It transcends reason and logic because you cannot explain it with your known information. Now, this is what, again, this is one of his experiences. I was sitting one night to the edge of the ocean, a summer evening, looking at the waves crashing and feeling the rhythm of my breath. When I suddenly became aware of everything in my environment as having engaged in a gigantic cosmic dance. Being a physicist, I knew that the sand, rocks, water, and the air around me, they were all composed of vibrating molecules and atoms, consisting of particles that create and destroy each other by interactions. I knew also that the atmosphere of Earth was continuously bombarded by the rain of cosmic rays. High energy particles experienced multiple collisions when they entered into the air. All of this was familiar from my research in high energy physics. But till then, I had only experienced through graphs, charts, and mathematical theories. But while I was standing on the beach, my theoretical experiences past became alive. I squeezed cascades of energy down from the space in which the particles were created and destroyed according to the rhythmic pulsation. I squeezed the atoms of elements and those of my body and participated in this cosmic dance of energy. I felt the rhythms and I heard the sounds, and at that precise moment, I knew it was the dance of Shiva. Here is a theoretical physicist who worked in linear accelerator in Colorado, talking about the dance of Shiva. the Lord of the dance loved by the Hindus. The famous dance of Shiva in his aspect of Nataraja, the Lord of dance, is a symbolic representation. The philosophical concept of cosmic activity, that Shiva is the operator. Because remember that Shiva's Damaru plays, dun 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 dun, and the entire cosmos is created, Brahmas are created. Adya Brahmana, in the age of this particular Brahma, which means he had created many Brahmas before. When you do Sankalpa, this is how we start. Adya Brahmana, Adya Parate. Our calendar is not this ED 2000 years calendar. Our calendar is billions of years, eons. If you only look at the Sankalpa that we do every time you do a puja, you will understand what kind of a calendar we have. We start from the time of creation itself, time of Brahma itself, Adya Brahmana, in the age of this Brahma, which means there have been Brahmas before and there will be Brahmas after. When Lord Shiva does his dance and plays his Damaru, creation comes about, he creates Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. So it's not like Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. No, it's Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. Shiva is beyond all that. He is Parapara Parameshwara. He is the transcendent reality who creates Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra. So Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parartha. The age of Brahma is divided into Pararthas. We are in the second Pararthas. Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parartha. Each Parartha is divided into Kalpas. We are into what is called Svetavaraha Kalpa. Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parartha is Svetavaraha Kalpa. And each Kalpa is divided into Manvantaras. Vaivashvata Manvantare. We are in the Vaivashvata Manvantara. And Ita Vigimsati Tame divided into Yugas. Now we are in family territory. Asta Vigimsati Tame Kali Yuga. And then each yuga is divided into quarters. Pratame Pade. So all that. This is our calendar. Then eventually from there you zoom in to your Hindu calendar, 60 years. Prabhavaha Disasti Samvatsaranam. Yes. And then you say the name of this particular year, Durmikanam Samvatsare. And then you say where the sun is oriented, Uttarayane. And then you come down to the month, Sauramanena, Chandramanena, and then you come to the face of the moon, Krishna Paksha, Shukla Paksha, then you say what day it is, Vasara Yutayam, then you zoom into this particular place, and so, like a Sankalpa has four aspects, we'll talk about that some other time. But this is just to give you what our calendar is. Our calendar is the calendar of this entire creation, entire Brahma. So, Adya Brahmana, that's where it starts. Dvitiya Parartha, Svetavaraha Kalpe, Vaivasvata Manvantare, Ashtya 28 Tame, Pastavimsati Tame, Kali Yuga, Tame Pade, and all that stuff goes on. So, when it dances, so Shiva is the operator. So, operator here means, this is a beautiful word this scientist has used. You know, this is Saiva Siddhanta right here. Shiva is the operator. You know why this word is so significant? Because if you understand a little bit of Shaiva Siddhantam, you will know why. As per Shaiva Siddhantam, as opposed to Advaita Vedantam, Maya is not illusion. In Shaiva Siddhantam, Maya is real. In Advaita Vedanta, Maya is illusion. In Shaiva Siddhantam, Maya is real but inert. So Maya is very real but inert. So until Shiva operates on that Maya, Shiva is Shiva and Shakti. The Shakti is in Shiva. So it is the Shakti that operates that inert Maya. So it is Shiva who operates the Maya. That's why it's called an operator. Then the creation begins. So I'm amazed that this person used this word, operator. The famous dance of Shiva in his aspect of Nataraja, the Lord of dance, is the symbolic representation, philosophical concept of the cosmic activity, which Shiva is the operator. So unless Shiva operates on the inert Maya, nothing happens. Then the Maya becomes Maya, Shakti, Shakti Kriya, Shakti Jnana, Shakti, and then Saiva Siddhanta beautifully gives you these 36 tattvas, how this entire cosmos comes about, because Shiva cannot descend beyond the Shuddha Maya. So that is where he stops. And after that, it's all the Rudras, it's the Shaktis, different Shaktis, and everything else comes in this world in the form of these 36 tattvas. So let's continue along with this. So when it dances, all dance, the electrons which whirl in, the germplasm conservation, which pulsate alongside, the planets describing their orbit, the sun blaze, the shining stars, is all of this and all the rest also is that dance. When it's all this Shiva's dance, it's all this cosmic operation, it's all this cosmic operators operation is on the stage of this cosmos. Who is this universe? The dance of Shiva is the dance of the subatomic matter, microcosm and macrocosm. The dance of Shiva is the dance of the subatomic matter. It is a permanent dance of creation and destruction involving the entire cosmos, the basis of all existence and all natural phenomena, which is what the entire Rudram talks about. Rudra is in all this natural phenomena. He's in thunder, Srutyaya cha, Patyaya cha, Kartyaya cha, Nipyaya cha, Sudhyaya cha, Sarasyaya cha, Nabhyaya cha, Vaishantaya cha, Medhyaya cha, Vidyityaya cha, Idriyaya cha, Tapyaya cha. Everything, all this natural phenomena is Lord Shiva. That's exactly what Phritjof is talking about. The basis of all existence and all natural phenomena. And that's Lord Shiva. Superimposed, this is what is underlying is a phenomenon observed in a bubble chamber, the collision of particles, and Phritjof Capra superimposed the statue of Lord Nataraja to an exact fit on that. So that this is in 1975. He did this. 1975 is that when the book was published. He said this is this cosmic creation as observed in the spine particle collision. Lord Nataraja superimposed. And then here again, for the modern physicist, then Shiva's dance is the dance of subatomic matter. As in Hindu mythology, it is a continual dance of creation and destruction involving the whole cosmos, the basis of all existence and all natural phenomena. Hundreds of years ago, Indian artists created visual images of dancing Shivas in a beautiful series of bronzes. In our time, physicists have used the most advanced technology to portray the patterns of the cosmic dance. So this is the most important paragraph in this whole thing. The bubble chamber photographs of interacting particles which bear testimony to the continual rhythm of creation and destruction in the universe are visual images of the dance of Shiva, equaling those of the Indian artists in beauty and profound significance. So whatever the Indian rishis visualized as Lord Shiva, whatever they had in their vision, Lord Shiva appeared as Nataraja, that vision was conveyed to the artist, and the artists drew the pictures of Nataraja. It says the bubble chamber photographs of interacting particles equals those creations that in the universe are visual images of the dance of Shiva, equaling those of the Indian artists in beauty and profound significance. So such a similarity, the bubble chamber photographs, which bear testimony and are visual images of dance Shiva. So visual images. So he's literally saying those the bubble chamber images are the visual images of nobody else but then Lord Shiva. So the metaphor of last paragraph, the metaphor of the cosmic dance, thus unifies ancient mythology, religious art, and modern physics. It is indeed, Kumaraswamy was a great writer, Ananda Kumaraswamy was a great writer, he is quoting from his book. It is indeed, as Kumaraswamy said, poetry, but nonetheless science. So Ananda Kumaraswamy was a Sri Lankan, but was a great philosopher and a writer in Hinduism. You can check some of his books out. Okay, continue along. Like you said, this was 1975. What is now? This is now. So is the microcosm and the macrocosm. These are the galaxies, Lord Shiva. And this is a hadron collider in CERN. This is today. This was then 75, and this is now hadron collider. This is now hadron collider. This is now hadron collider. CERN, the highest scientific institute in this entire world, has no other God but Lord Shiva in front of it. Now you make your own conclusions.